You wake up and nothing feels wrong, but nothing feels right either. You go through your day, you respond to messages, you laugh at things that are supposed to be funny, and yet there's this quiet, persistent emptiness sitting inside you. Like something is missing, but you can't name it. And the scariest part? Your life doesn't look broken. So why does it feel like it is? Maybe you've started wondering, is this just who I am now? Because emptiness doesn't always come from pain. Sometimes it comes from silence, the kind you don't even realize you've been living in. Imagine this. You're sitting with people you care about. The conversation is flowing, everyone seems present, but you feel slightly disconnected, like you're watching your own life from the outside. You nod, you smile, you say the right things, but inside there's a gap between you and everything happening around you. And later that night, when it's quiet again, that feeling gets louder. You scroll, you distract yourself, you try not to think too much, but it's still there, that hollow space you can't fill. Pause for a second. When was the last time you felt genuinely present? Not distracted, not performing, not just okay. Actually there. Here's what most people don't realize. That emptiness you feel isn't random. It's often what happens when you've been disconnected from yourself for too long. Not because you chose to, but because you had to. Maybe you learned to suppress how you feel so you wouldn't be too much. Maybe you became the strong one, the reliable one, the one who holds everything together. Maybe you got so used to meeting expectations that you slowly stopped asking yourself what you actually need. And over time, something subtle happens. You stop feeling deeply, not just the pain, but the joy too. It's like your mind turns the volume down on everything just to protect you. But protection comes with a cost, because when you numb the hard emotions, you also numb the meaningful ones. Think about this. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You can achieve things and still feel unfulfilled. You can be fine and still feel empty. Because emptiness isn't about what you have, it's about what you're disconnected from. Pause here. What parts of yourself have you been ignoring just to keep going? Some people feel empty because they're constantly busy but never present. Others feel empty because they've spent years being who they were expected to be instead of who they actually are. And sometimes emptiness comes from something even deeper, a quiet belief that who you are isn't enough. So you try to fill the space with distractions, with achievements, with people, but nothing sticks because the feeling isn't asking to be filled. It's asking to be understood. Here's what part most people miss. That emptiness, it might not be a flaw. It might be a signal, a sign that something inside you is tired of being ignored. A part of you that's been waiting patiently for you to finally listen. Not fix, not distract, just listen. And maybe that's where things begin to shift. Not by suddenly feeling happy, not by forcing meaning into your life, but by slowly, gently reconnecting with your thoughts, with your emotions, with the version of you that got buried under expectations, survival, and time. Because emptiness doesn't mean there's nothing inside you. It often means there's something real that hasn't been felt in a long time. So instead of asking, why do I feel empty? Try asking something softer. What have I been avoiding feeling? Stay with that question. You might not get an answer right away, but for the first time in a while, you might start feeling something. And that's how the emptiness begins to fade.